my name is Mitzi Gordon. I'm a local artist in St. Petersburg, Florida, in the Tampa Bay region. Originally from Philadelphia, I moved to Tampa when I was about 7 years old and got to grow up in this space before moving away to school and coming back. Welcome to my studio. This is Chance, the studio cat. When I first moved to Florida as a young child, I was in a very suburban space and I felt kind of stifled by how homogeneous it was. The houses all looked the same and the colors and the lots, the backyards, you know, and I really associated that with Florida. That was my experience of the state. And so I left and I wanted to go to something as different as possible. I went to New York City. Urban, colorful, full of life, and, you know, diverse architecture, and all of those details really just exploded my worldview, my perspective. And after I finished school in New York City, I traveled throughout the United States, kind of the post-college road trip. And when I came home, I came back to Florida, kind of like at the end of that running out of steam, running out of money. I came back to where my family lived and renewed my relationship with this state with like a whole different perspective. And I think that was where I started to let go of some of the preconceived notions that I had about Florida being just one thing, this homogeneous place, and to see it in all of its diversity. So regional artists that inspire me are coincidentally largely a part of this team that is creating the Peninsularium and the people that are behind Crab Devil. Having a history going back several decades in Tampa, I had the opportunity to meet and work with some of these people, and I've been following what they do for all that time. Devin Brady and Jan, you know, back when, and Experimental Skeleton with Joe Griffith and Kim O'Donnell, when they were making, you know, furniture out of printing presses. And I was like in my early 20s, just mind blown. The skill of this team, Nina Nichols, as fabricators. And that's what really excites me. It's like anything is a material. You know, any object can be created. It's just a matter of figuring out what the process will be. This is an incredible team of artists that I'm honored to work alongside. And these are people whose work I've been watching and following for years and years. One of the unique Florida places that I would recommend is the Bok Tower Gardens. It's the highest point in peninsular Florida, which means it's an elevation of about 230 some odd feet. But it makes for a really interesting landscape in the midst of Central Florida, which is, you know, there's a lot of foresty and kind of flat areas or limestone sinks. But in Bok Tower, you can get a bit of an elevation where you can see surrounding areas, and they have the most incredible botanical garden that has been there for a very long time. And it's an amazing way to take a tour through natural Florida and some of the wonders that it offers as far as plant life, which is a big part of what inspires me.